Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Crazy Crime Trick and I discuss true crime cases here. I personally love spreading awareness with the missing and unsolved and cases that I feel don't get a lot of attention. But I also find myself stuck in rabbit holes, like the case, unfortunately, we're going to discuss today. So if you're into true crime, without the added bullshit, stick around, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Hey everyone. Hello, 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 hello. How are you guys all doing today? Today is April 6th already. Let me go ahead and look at say hello to everybody before I get started. So, thank you guys for tuning in. We got Delana in the house. She says, "Hello everyone. Hope you all having a very blessed day." Amen. Amen. Hey Miss Emotions, good to see you. And you guys might hear my dryer going off. So if you hear a background noise, that's the dryer. Hey, blue skies. How are you doing today? Let's see. I'm going to scroll down just so I can see who's in here. Hey, Sunny. What's up? We got John in the house. We also got Rose with Thorns in the house. Hey, she says, hello, hello. Just Joy says, is this going to be a live news brief? Live news brief? For what do you mean? There's no law enforcement ain't going live today, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Hey, Skyzy. Hi. Hey, Shay from Australia. What time is it there, love? What time is it? I bet you is it late? Let's see. Hey, Kim, how's it going? Good to see you again. Hey, 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 everyone, she says. Oh, look at, we got a first timer here, everyone. Let me just highlight it for you. First time to catch your live. Well, I'm glad you're here, Spirit Warrior. Glad to have you here. Everyone give them a big welcome. Hey, Matt. Good to see you always. Always here. Thank you for being here. Yeah, right. So many rabbit holes. Some cases just have more rabbit holes than others. And unfortunately, I haven't been in a deep rabbit hole since the Watts case. But here we are. Here we are. All right, you guys. So I think I'm going to just get started with it because there's a lot I want to go over. There's a lot of things I want to go over with you guys. So let me share my screen. We're going to be looking at the new interview that the lead detective did the other day, and I'm sure all of you have seen it. Mr. Pruitt's interview, the lead investigator. Put a one in chat if you watched the lead investigator's interview that he did with, what is it, WJHL, I believe it is. Put a one if you watched it, a two if you haven't. I did clip all three of them together so we can watch them together and go over it. But before we actually watch that, I do want to just refresh our memories with the timeline of the search. And I wanted to do that because of some of the things that this lead investigator states. So, John, did I say hello to you? And then we're going to watch some videos that I put together. So good old-fashioned conversation here. We usually have some good conversations here. Sometimes when I cover the Wells case, though, it does, trolls do come in here. So mods, if they do and they're being obnoxious, just block them. There's no need to time people out. We don't have time for any of that. So Carly says, two. How are you doing, Carly, today? Hi, Insanely. Good to see you. We got some ones in the house. Miss Emotions 2. Okay. So if you haven't watched it, we're going to watch it today and have a conversation. We're also going to look at the map. I've been really loving going through the map. And I'm going to share my screen because I am going to just do a timeline of the search. And Dee, I don't know if I said, she says, we're on it. Good. Oh, so it's early. Oh, okay. So it's actually April 7th in Australia right now, and it's 6:30 in the morning. Ooh, you're up early. Whack-a-tro. Yeah, whack them out of here. We don't need it. All right, let me share my screen with you guys. All right, can you guys hear my dryer? Just wondering. So I did put a poll up. Can you guys see it? Is it showing on your end? I had to redo it. Hey, Junie, good to see you. So I said, do you believe Summer is near the Wells property? And I'll go over all of that at the very end to see what the results are. And I put that up because of what the lead investigator had stated. I'm interested to see what you guys think. That's why I kind of want to look at the map. I don't think we've ever actually looked at the map together for this case, so I thought it'd be fun to do today. Oh, well, I'm glad. Kim says no, she don't hear my dryer and she has earbuds in. So great. I'm glad. Hey, Jules, what's up? She says, hello, gang. All right, so let me start reading. So let's refresh our memory with the timeline of the search for Summer Wells, because since it's been almost 10 months, honestly, I don't remember a lot of the details when it comes to the search. So I thought we can just refresh our memory of all of that before we watch the lead detective's interview. And thank you, Sweet Sherry, always coming in with the super sticker. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. All right, so this article was posted on June 20th, but it was updated on July 5th. So it says the search continues for missing Hopkins County 5-year-old Summer Utah Moon Wells. Now, more than 100 personnel and 41 agencies have been involved in the search for Wells since she was reported missing from her home in the Beach Creek community Tuesday night. Below is a timeline listing of the key events in the search for the missing child. And there's Summer right there. Now, Summer was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community of Hopkins County around 6:30 p.m., according to authorities. Now, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said she was last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts. Lawson later said that around 60 to 80 people participated in the initial search Tuesday night. So Tuesday night, they had about 60 to 80 people there. Now it says that they had the Tennessee Highway Patrol's Aviation Unit, the Ballot Health Heart Air Service provided aerial support. Other agencies involved in the search were Church Hill Rescue Squad, Hawkins County Rescue, Hawkins County EMA, also Hawkins County EMS, Hawkins County E911, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, and Cushion Valley Volunteer Fire Department. So I thought it was important for you guys to remember that first, when Summer first went missing, how many people were actually there searching for her. Now, Wednesday, June 16th at 12:07 a.m., endangered child alert is issued for Summer. Now, this is also going to be when they updated new photos of Summer to be more accurate of what she looked like. And that's the photos that we've seen with her hair being really short. Remember, the initial photo that was first put out was, of course, this one right here. Now, the TBI issued an endangered child alert for Summer. The TBI also posted more photos of her. At 11 a.m., we're still on the 16th, an Amber Alert issued in Tennessee for Summer. Now, citing new information and growing concern about the well-being of Summer Wells, the TBI upgraded the endangered child alert to a statewide Amber Alert. On the 16th at 4 p.m., this is when they do their first press conference with TBI. Now it says that officials held the first conference regarding the disappearance of Summer Wells. Sheriff Lawson said Wednesday search involved more than 100 people from 19 agencies. He also said the FBI was assisting now. The sheriff said it was too early to determine if foul play was involved, but noted that Summers' family was cooperating with law enforcement. And that is something that we would hear for quite a while, I feel like, with this case, that the family was cooperating. We know now that it has stopped. Lawson also mentioned that communication issues were making the search more difficult. He said there was virtually no cell phone service. TBI Public Information Officer Leslie Earhart encouraged Beach Creek residents to check trail cameras, also any potential hiding places such as crawl spaces, sheds on their property. Some of this is like deja vu for you guys, right? Remembering all of this again. At 8:24 p.m., TBI, no suspect or vehicle at this time. In a tweet, the TBI said it does not have a suspect or a vehicle description in connection to Summers' disappearance. However, the agency said if it does develop such information, it would share it with the public immediately. And we're still on, what is this date right here? Hold on. Just want to make sure I have the right date. The 16th. Now at 10:04 p.m., at this time, there was about 30 tips. TBI said in a tweet that it had received 30 tips as of Wednesday evening and over 24 hours after Summer was first reported missing. And that's a lot, you guys, actually. When you look at other cases, I think it was with Michael Vaughn's case, with the amount of tips compared to Summer Wiles early on, dramatic difference with that one. And Lady D, welcome to the new membership. So everyone give her a big crazy welcome. You're part of the crazy family. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Almost 10 months later, right, Blue Skies? Matthew says, hope you're all well here, still on my favorite channel. Well, I'm glad. Thank you, Matthew. Hey, Ellison. I see someone saying Ellison inside here, saying hello to her, so I'm going to just say hello. And thank you guys for tuning in. We're just right now, if you're just tuning in, we're just going over a timeline of the search before we actually listen to the lead detective's recent interview he did. And then we're going to go over some other stuff, the map. We're going to look at the map today, and then I'm going to play some stuff that I put together for you. Certain things that Dawn has said and Candace has said. So it's going to be a little lengthy live. So make sure you guys have your drinks and your snacks, your earphones, if you're cleaning or making dinner or whatever it may be. Now we're going on to Thursday, June 17th. We're at 1 p.m. now, press conference. Now, officials held their second press conference, and Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said everybody is a person of interest and everything is on the table regarding the investigation into Summers' disappearance. The TV spokesperson, Leslie, said this. Now, this is something that's just, you guys probably know this by heart, this statement by Leslie. But she says that the circumstances surrounding, usually she says, Summers' disappearance remain unclear. I have that like just so instilled in my brain from her. She added that if investigators did develop information that the child was taken and develop a suspect and vehicle description, that information would be immediately shared with the public. So as of the 17th of June, there's still no information when it comes to a vehicle. Now, at this time, ground search crews had covered about a 1 mile radius around Summers' residence so far. Crews hope to have about a 2 mile radius covered by the end of the day and over 48 hours since she was first reported missing at this time. Now, at this time, it says that officials said they had received and pursued about 50 leads so far, and that is on the 17th. That's a lot of information, I think. I'm just comparing to other cases that I've seen. Oh, Shay, don't worry about it, love. She says, sorry, I can't be a member. I am a huge supporter in my heart, but just no, don't worry about it. Hey, I appreciate an easy way for you guys to support the channel is just to be here and chat, communicate with me, hit the like button, and you're good to go. That means more to me than anything. So don't worry about it, love. Trust me. And I do keep the membership super cheap because I totally understand times are hard. So I will never upgrade it on you guys ever. There's no need for me to do it. So just don't worry about it. Just hit the like button and be here and interact with us. And that means more. So thank you so much. And I see Nicole Morgan. Is she in the house? If you are, hello, Nicole Morgan. All right. Nicole Morgan's an OG here. All right, let's continue. Now, Summer's father issued his first statement. And do you guys remember when Don first did his interview with Times? Was it Times News? Remember, it was that gentleman. It was a phone recorded interview. Was that also on the 17th? I can't remember his first one he did, but I think this is when Don starts doing the interviews. Hey, Valerie, good to see you. All right, so Don Wells, Summer's father, said in a statement to WJHL that Summer would never leave our hill and that he believes someone snuck up on her and grabbed her. Now, this is going to be a statement by Don. We know that there's people praying all over the world, praying for her safe return. So many people love her. She would never leave our hill. I think that someone snuck up on her and grabbed her. I don't think she's in the area because the dog goes down to the road and that's the end of the trail. But I don't know that for a fact. The way that she just disappeared, she would never do that. And when I reread this, I don't know why it just stuck out to me so strange the way it's worded. How he says that the dog goes down the road and that's the end of the trail, but I don't know that for a fact. But I thought Don said that one of the officers there told him that the dog went down. Isn't that what he stated? That's how he knew about it. So I thought it was interesting that when he first came out, he said, but I don't know that for a fact. So I don't know. To me, it just stuck out for some reason this time seeing that. And I'm sure a lot of you remember this interview right here. I feel so bad for the son right here. I mean, we know he did not want to be there. All right. Now, speaking to reporters, Summer's father, Don Wells, thanked the community and the emergency personnel for searching for Summer. Don also spoke about the evening his daughter was reported missing. Shay says, no way anyone snuck up and took her, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm with you on that one too. What do you guys think? Do you think someone actually went on that property and took her? Put a 1 in chat if you think a random stranger went up there and took her. If you believe that, put a 1. Put a 2 if no. And then we'll go into if you think it's someone who knew her. So first, let's say, do you think a random stranger went on that property and took her? Put a 1 if you think a random stranger did, and a 2, no. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. I'm a 2 for that. I don't think a random stranger, not the way the property is set up on that hill, and no way I do. So I'm seeing 2s. I see a lot of 2s in here. Carly says that I quit, literally gave up on and having a theory anymore. I still have my 2 theories with it, and I haven't swayed from the 2 quite yet. I'm seeing nothing but 2s in here, 2s. Okay, so I think a lot of you, hey, Purple Butterfly, good to see you. I'm so happy you're here. If you can stay, great. So I'm seeing a lot of 2s. A lot of twos. Okay, so now, do you think, put a one if you think it was somebody who knew her that went up there and took her. So someone that knew Summer, knew the family, went up there and took her. Or if you're still at two, no way, she was not abducted by anybody. So a one if someone that knew her went up there and took her. Or two, no way in hell, not seeing that she was abducted whatsoever. So Carly says one, so somebody that knew her. Okay. Rose says one. Sunny says her father. Ooh, okay. One. Ellison says two. Blue says two. One maybe. Yeah, for that one, when it comes to someone that knew her that might have went up there, where I lay with that is I feel like if someone knew her that went up there, for me personally, I just feel like it was planned for some reason. I feel that way. There's just certain things that happen that day that just stick out to me, like Dawn taking the red Subaru that day, right? H hanging out with Candace. Out of all days, they hang out again. Her leaving the boys at home. She says she wasn't going to be gone long, but then she ends up being gone forever. It seems like half of the day. She was gone since 8 in the morning and then home by 3. That's half of the day you're gone. It's just, for me, I would definitely be more of a 1 for that one. Hey, Amber, good to see you. Pink Delilah, good to see you. Let me see what you guys are saying. Insanely says, nope. D says no abduction. She doesn't believe an abduction happened at all. Matthew says a 1. So I'm seeing a lot of mixed opinions here. So we got some ones that you guys think someone knew her and the family and went up there and kidnapped her. And then I'm also seeing 2 that you guys are like, nope, no abduction whatsoever. So I think we can all agree with the people we have in chat right now. And if you end up watching this on the replay, let me know what you think in the comment section. But it looks like right now, a lot of us think, no way, a random stranger. We're not seeing that at all. But there are some mixed opinions here when it comes to, did someone that possibly knew her went there and took her? Hey, mom of 4 pugs. She says a 2. And Mime said, absolutely no way was she abducted, period. Kim says that her theory's always been something happened and they panicked, and that's always been her theory with it. Okay, Wicked, no problem. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Can't say just came in to say hi. Hola. All right, let me continue reading. Let me see what D says real quick. Let's see. And I've also, that's a good comment, D. She says, surely if she was abducted by someone they knew, they would have a fair idea instead of blaming Chris M and other random people. Yeah, them blaming Chris M, I was like, oh my gosh. Let's see. Amber says that I went from thinking accident to planned sale, but I don't know. I'm all confused. I think a lot of us are still confused. I normally went to an accident. It seemed like the most logical explanation from the events that happened that day with H, how it always just stood out to me how H talks about Summer going under the water, how he thought that was important enough, and it stuck out to him that he brought that up. And I always felt like, did something happen to her at the water hole? And I kind of felt like by the time she got home, maybe she wasn't feeling too good. And then, I personally believe Candace handed her over to someone. But I also thought, what if an accident happened with one of the boys? I always thought about that. In the very beginning, I honestly thought, well, what if one of the boys got mad at her and pushed her. Maybe she fell down the stairs and that was the accident they covered up to protect the boys and all that. But then I just think with 3 boys at that young age, and of course I'm not like, a profession. I'm not like no psychologist with kids or anything like that. But I'm just thinking, wouldn't one of the boys, I feel like if that happened, wouldn't one of them have said something by now? I don't know. Amber says dirt bike accident. And something Chris always mentioned, Chris M, he always mentions this hide and seek thing. And I'm always like, what is he trying to tell us with this hide and seek theory? Hi, Lady R. She says, Lady R says, I think H only mentioned Summer going underwater because everyone else said it already. He heard it. What is Allie's friend's name? The one that was at the table. You get what was it? What's her name? Is it Leslie? The one that was at the table when Chris did the interview. I feel like she's the one who put that theory out there and talked about that. Because what 15-year-old knows about dry drowning? I mean, I'm over 40 and I've heard of it before because of a case a long time ago. That little boy, I remember a long time ago, but honestly, I completely forgot about that. And I'm a mom. It wasn't until this case that I was like, oh yeah, dry drowning. I had to go look it up again. So what 15-year-old really knows about dry drowning? So that did stick out to me. Hey, Amanda L, good to see you. Son did ask Josie, what did you do in the beginning? You mean Don did ask, or? Allison says, the boy's statement to Don concerns me and the way he brought the son to that interview. Yeah, I think him being there at the interview stuck out to everybody, it seems like. All right, let me get to this. Leslie, thank you, Dee. I think she's the one, because isn't she like a nurse or something like that? I think she's the one who brought that up to them. Because do I really think Allie's going to think of dry drowning? I mean, would that have been the first thing you guys thought of? All right, let me get back to reading this. All right, so now we're going to go into Don talking about the events, the evening his daughter went missing. She was, oh my God, I feel like this is like a broken record, right? She was planting flowers with her mother and her grandmother, and she wanted to go into the house. So my wife watched her go into the door and she went into the house. And the boys were on the internet, of course. And she wanted to go downstairs and play with her toys. So when her mother came in and she says, Summer, and she went down into the basement and she didn't answer. So she went down there and she was gone. So she went out the basement door, which was unlocked, and we haven't seen her since. So this was the first public interview he did. And this would have been his first statement to the media. Now, we've all heard Candace talk about this, right? And Candace says it was 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes. She walks Summer over, tells the boys, keep an eye on your sister. Then she goes fix Grandma's knee. She was there for about 2 minutes. She comes inside and immediately she's already looking for Summer, right? Then she calls Summer. She doesn't answer. And she says Summer usually answers her right away. So she says runs down the stairs. We know that's impossible, right? Because the way the stairs are. But it's just her letting us know that she quickly went down there. And Summer, she checked for Summer. She wasn't there. Allegedly she checked, under things and everything like that. And then she opened the basement door and she was gone. One thing always just stuck out to me, and it's probably nothing, But I always felt like, okay, we don't know how we're going to react in these situations, but I'm just thinking, okay, as a parent, do I think Candace is a helicopter mom? No, I do not. I do not think she's a helicopter mom whatsoever. I mean, she left her three boys there all day long. So it just stands out that one, she walks her over. Two, boys keep an eye on her. Three, she gets inside, just 2 minutes pass, allegedly, just 2 minutes, and she's immediately concerned for Summer. As a mom, this is your property. You know what I mean? Like, as a mom, you go inside. Hey, boys, where's your sister? Oh, she's downstairs, mom, playing. Okay. And you go, I don't know, start making lunch for them, maybe. Do, I don't know, just try to picture what you would do yourself in your home. Start cleaning up, maybe. And then you'll be like, hey, Summer. I just think it's so like, bam. Right when she gets in, she's concerned already for Summer. It just seems a little odd based off, I do not believe she's a helicopter mom. And then, okay, she's downstairs, she's checking for Summer, she can't find her. She goes outside and immediately Summer is gone. She throws the phone in Dawn's truck and she gets in her truck and she's looking for her, right? It just seems she went from 0 to 100 immediately. And as a parent, I think I would have came out, and it's never been mentioned where she's like, Mom, is Summer in there? Did she go in there with you? Have you seen her? She's not in the basement. Like, there's no mention of that. It could have happened, yes, but I just feel like if it did, we would have heard it from Candace. I know she was there with Grandma allegedly, fixing her knee, but still, you go inside, you go downstairs. Summer could have easily got out through the basement, went over there to Grandma's, and went inside her camper. We're told she loves to be inside Grandma's camper, right? A lot of you are saying, yeah, definitely not a helicopter mom. Yeah, I just don't see her being a helicopter mom, but that day she makes herself seem majorly like a helicopter mom. Lady D said she never cooked. Yeah, I know. There is no mention of any food that day from anybody. Like, even for Candy, did she not eat either? They were gone all day at the hospital, and anyone who's been at the hospital all day, for one, especially if you're dealing with knee pain, you're tired already off of that, and being at the ER is exhausting itself. You're hungry. It's just strange to me. Amber says, where is the couch that was in the basement against the door like Ellie and Jose mentioned? And H. Exactly. Where is the couch? And I wish we would have known about that couch before David Dotson did his interview, because that could have been a good question to ask. When you were there that night, did you see a blue couch down there in the basement? Or even for Robin, that would have been a good question if we would have only known about that blue couch before. And something else that always stuck out to me too is that Candace left the property. And how she drove all the way to the church, the back of the holler. I really question, why did you really leave the property? And for people that think possibly she was handed over to someone, I kind of think that's why she left the property. Sweet Sherry says, my girls were all involved in sports and cheer. It took me a good 5 to 10 minutes adjusting their knee braces when they would get injured. Just saying. Yeah, does anybody believe that it took Candace 2 minutes to do that? I personally don't. I think the whole timeline is given. No way. It makes no sense logically. No one's going to take 2 minutes just to do that. But I think she does that. I think, in my opinion, I think Candace says that to make it seem like, she was she kept her eyes on Summer at all times, or somebody was watching her at all times. That's why she says she puts it on the boys while the boys keep an eye on her. You know what I mean? So it takes that responsibility off of herself. Oh, she went inside with the boys. I told the boys to watch her. So something happened. The boys were supposed to be watching her. Allison said, CM, Chris McDonough, even asked Candace if they bought food at Sonic, and she was quick to answer no. I know. I mean, by then you would think Summer had been in the water by then. Anybody gets hungry after swimming. It doesn't matter if you're a child or an adult. You get hungry. Kids more likely get more hungry, but and all they had was slushies. And didn't Jose say Summer loved, like, she could eat? She would eat a lot. Didn't he state that? John. She may have got high, but it's not a helicopter mom or forgot in a helicopter. Kim says, no, they get frozen pizza once a day or cereal or chips after school work. So that's like at like 6 p.m. Little Summer never got her shitty dinner. She never got anything, it seems like. No breakfast, no little snack on the go. And my kids aren't 5 years old anymore. So if you have little ones, let me know. I mean, I know a lot of people, and I know when they're little how I was with them. But do you guys pack if you know you're going to be gone? You know, Candace says she didn't expect to be gone that day, which I call BS. That long. I don't believe that for 1 second. I think she planned to go to this is just me. I think she planned to go to the water hole. I think that's why Summer was wearing her bathing suit. I don't believe anything she says with it just being hot. So that's what she put on her. But do you guys pack little snacks for your kids if you know you're going to be gone long? Do you just stop and get something to eat because it's, faster? Sadly, Summer had nothing. And even the boys, did they eat anything that day? All right, let me continue. So now we're at 2:30 p.m. This is going to be we're at the 17th still, I believe. And I'm just going over the search timeline with you guys just before we actually listen to the lead detective's interview, just because since it's been almost 10 months, a lot of the information from the searches, I know I don't remember every detail. Oh, I know, Shay. I know. It was disgusting. I think we all can agree that was disgusting to look at. I mean, Dawn, you could have hid it on the side and not have it in the camera. I'm gonna agree with you. You guys already know how I feel about that, so you already know. All right, officials now again. What was this that I stated? 2:30 p.m. press conference now. So officials held their third press conference since Summer was reported missing. Now, at this time, they announced that more resources were brought in to assist in the search. Now, this is when they're going to include a dive team, hazardous terrain search team, urban search and rescue team, and the state's tactical radio system. Thursday's search effort involved more than 100 people this time from 41 agencies. Searchers had covered around this time about 688 acres. And then at this time, it was now 85 tips so far. Now it says they would cover around 1,000 acres by the end of the day. Now, TBI Public Information Officer Leslie, she said all avenues are being explored regarding the circumstances behind Summer's disappearance. She also encouraged people to not share speculation and rumors on social media. Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said that no search warrants had been issued as every search so far has been conducted with the consent of the property owner. So at this time, nothing. So they didn't even get a warrant for their phones then, right, at this time? Because if they offered it, which I know them not having any search warrants stuck out to some people. Let me know what you guys think. Now we're at 7 p.m. Visual held in Rogersville for Summer. Now, a Rogersville church opened its doors Friday evening for those wanting to pray for Summer. About 72 hours after she was reported missing, it says Summer's father, Don Wells, and one of her brothers attended the vigil. Don said he was at work when his wife called to tell him that Summer was missing on Tuesday and that he rushed home to find his boys and neighbors searching for his daughter. Now, I don't know, did you guys hear that Candace went to this vigil? I think people were trying to say she was there too. Good point. She says, how could someone concentrate being on the phone at the same time driving and looking for Summer, Lisa says. And then Kim says, yeah, that would take 5 minutes tops, and that's regarding the knee brace adjusting it. Vicky Lane says that, in her opinion, Candace can do anything in 2 minutes. Yeah. I think we can all agree with the timeline with this case, unfortunately, probably drives most of us mad. Blue, are you going off of what that interview that was shared on Miss Critical K? I think it's just K now, her channel. She had a lady on there that said that she had talked to Grandis and what Grandis told her. I think that's where you're getting that from. Dolly says, the boys brought Summer up like they did each other. I think, everything we've heard with this case, I feel like that too. It's sad. Hey, Logan's mom, she says, hey, y'all. Elizabeth says that she thinks she may have been on the property at first, but probably been moved since. Did they ever check the big planters? I noticed the level of soil dropped by 3 or 4 inches at one time. I know for me, I kept thinking, wouldn't they be being surveillance? That's the thing I kept thinking. They had to be surveillance, no? What do you guys think in those first few hours? Because I also thought that she wasn't too far from the property and then got moved. Mom for Pugs, this is something that I've always questioned and I cannot make this make sense. Is Mom of 4 Pugs says, how can they have been on the cell phone when, according to them and other YouTubers, there is virtually no cell service in the Beach Creek area? Well, remember, she grabbed a grandma's phone. I remember Jose said nobody's phone worked there. Nobody's. Let me see what Water is Life says. She could have possibly drove her out of the search area and dumped her off a steep embankment off highway, then came back at 5:30 and acted like she had just gone missing. So do you guys, for the people that think that Dawn and Candace know more, okay? And there are people who think they're innocent. I am about 99% that Candace knows more. I've always been like that. As far as Dawn, still almost 10 months, I'm still like, I feel like he knows more. Part of me thinks, is he the one that Candace handed off Summer to? But do you think possibly Summer could have been handed off to somebody? Because remember, this is something that's always stuck out to me by Dave, Dave Rader from Echo Search, when he was on duty Ron, and he talked about the search, he said that, the scent picked her up down to the driveway and it just kind of stopped. And usually, he says, usually, not always, but usually that means when it scent just stops like that, they got in a vehicle, usually. And I think that's why some people believe that she walked down and someone got her. Similar to Gannon, yeah. Dee says that she believes she could have been handed off. Lisa says Dawn is not clueless in this mess for sure. Deborah says that she believes that Hunter knows. Listen to all the yawning in his interview. I think, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I know that's something that a lot of people pointed out was his yawning. I mean, he's 15. He could have just been nervous. Junie says that Hunter knows something. So interesting. But who was at the end of the driveway or dog trail? Well, for some people that believe that some random person possibly took her, they think that someone driving by, a crime of opportunity, that Summer walked down and someone seen her and they took her. That is one theory out there. That is not a theory I personally believe, but it is a theory out there. Okay, so we're moving on now to Saturday, June 19th. Now, by the 19th, they had already 113 tips as the search continues. The TBI said it had received 113 tips as of Saturday afternoon as searchers continue the search for Summer. The agency also shared more photos of the Wiles residence. As you can see, some of the photos they shared. Now, Hawkins County 911 announced that a statewide call out was requested through the Tennessee Association of Rescue Squad for Sunday regarding the search for Summer. Do you guys remember seeing this? Let me see. It's probably going to show an ad really quick.
I seek to.
Ooh, some salmon. Ooh, in chat. I love salmon. Okay, let's skip this ad.
Discover us in the frozen section.
It has to load. Sweet Sherry says, I can't understand why a grandmother would leave when her grandchild is missing. Yeah. That stood out to me too. Well, hopefully it plays it, but this is when the ground crews were seen combing a field with flashlights Saturday night as helicopters flew overhead. I remember seeing this. The TBI said that its agents. That's not because it's like lagging. That its agents in Hawkins County
Great protection and great low rate.
It's like it plays when I start to read. The TBI said that its agents and Hawkins County investigators responded to the location near Beach Creek Road to follow up on a lead, but Summer remained missing. Now we're moving on to Sunday, June 20th. The search continues. The TBI announced that it has received 137 tips as of Sunday afternoon. Summer Wells has not been found and has been missing for 5 days. According to the Hawkins County Rescue Squad, 35 agencies from Tennessee, Ohio, Virginia, Alabama, North Carolina, and Georgia assisted in the search Sunday. Wow. About 2,400 acres have been searched since Tuesday night. Now, the Hawkins County Rescue Squad posted around 10 p.m. stating that due to overwhelming support, they were pausing the acceptance of supply donations for the search crews. The Logics team will determine after Monday's search if donations are still needed. Now we're moving on to Monday, June 21st. Thank you, Margie. Good to see you, and thank you for that $9.99 super chat. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day, love. Now, Monday, June 21st, tips stream in. Now it says the TBI told News Channel 11 that Monday morning that the total number of tips sent in regarding the possible whereabouts of Summer Wells had reached 150. And I think that's a lot of tips, you guys. Again, I'm just comparing that to other cases that I have seen. She went missing on June 15th, and now this is June 21st, 150. Now, 4 p.m. press conference, and this is again June 21st. And I think, is this the last one they did, or is there one more? Officials announced that Summer Wells remains missing. The search had expanded 72 agencies with around 2,400 acres searched by ground. The TBI said the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear, and that's something that the TBI still to this day says. Now, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson pleaded with landowners to check any place where a child could hide, including outbuildings and barns. Monday's search effort was impacted by strong to severe thunderstorms that rolled through the area. Now, Tuesday, June 22nd, the search continues. Tuesday marked 1 week since Summer Wells was reported missing. As of Tuesday, the search effort included 82 agencies from several states. Officials said 4.6 square miles, or about 3,000 acres, have been searched so far. And that's going to be surrounding the Wells property. Now, Wednesday, June 23rd, now they're at 304 tips so far. The TBI said it had received 304 tips so far. None resulted in any significant development in the case. Now, 2 community members are offering rewards in the summer for the search for Summer Wells. This is Thursday, June 24th, 4 p.m. press conference, and I believe this would be the last one that they did. Let's see. Investigators said the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of missing Hawkins County 5-year-old Summer Wells remain unclear and called that outside of the norm for a missing child case. Now, the TBI spokesperson, Leslie, she noted that investigators cannot share everything they are doing in order to preserve the investigation. Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said, "You have to work very hard to find somebody we haven't talked to." Lawson said the family remained very cooperative with law enforcement, and searchers had covered about 4.6 square miles so far. Now, Friday, June 25th, there's 394 tips so far. And the TBI revealed it had received nearly 400 tips, but none had resulted in any new developments in the case. More than 100 agencies across the state and nation have assisted in the search through treacherous terrain and high grass to locate Summer. Now it says that Channel 11 obtained audio from emergency scanners the night Summer Wells was reported missing. Summer's mother released new photos of Summer. Now, although Summer's mother, Candace Bly, hasn't spoken to News Channel 11 on camera, Bly and her mother, Summer's grandmother, released a statement Friday afternoon. She says, "Bring my grandbaby home. She is a lovely baby, and we're so thankful for everyone looking for her. We yelled and looked for her as much as we could. She's just gone. It's devastating." And again, that's going to be from Candy's hair. Summer's mother, Candace Bly, said the following: "I know she would never wander off this hill alone." A family friend spoke on camera and said that the family is thankful for those who have continued searching for Summer. I do want to just point out also, which just always stuck out to me, if you guys remember David Dotson, he said that when Summer first went missing, and for a while, I want to see if it even brings up when the flyers went out here, I doubt it, but that they did not, that the Wells parents, the family, they thought it would be better to hold off on putting flyers out until the news media died down. I don't know about you guys. As a parent, I mean, wouldn't you want to utilize as much awareness as possible, especially for a little 5-year-old who is missing? Flyers are usually the first thing that parents or friends or family, they start pushing out immediately. And David Dotson said that the family wanted to wait to push flyers out until the attention of Summer pretty much died down in the news media, and then that's when they would come out with all the flyers. I couldn't believe when David Dotson said that. All right, we're on Saturday, June 26th now. A potential witness sought. Now, this is when it looks like the red Toyota Tacoma comes into play. So it comes into play on June 26th. Now, it says the TBI put out a notice hoping to get in contact with a potential witness who may have been driving in a Toyota pickup truck near the Wells home close to the time Summer disappeared. Now, it says that the pickup was described as possibly a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack and white buckets in the bed. The driver was not identified but is not considered a suspect. Investigators stressed they just hope to find out if the driver saw or heard anything on either June 14th or June 15th when they were in the area. And still to this day, no one has come forward that owns a red Toyota Tacoma. What do you guys both think about the red truck? Do you think that's... I wonder who was it that actually came forward? Who was this witness with? Who came forward with this information? That's something that I've always wondered. Who was it? Now, on June 27th, this is when they're going to scale back on the search. Now, after 12 days and 500 leads that lead to no developments, crews announced that they were scaling back the search for Summer Wells. A release from the incident commander, Tim Coop, said the rough search terrain and extreme conditions physically and mentally exhausted his crew. Although the search will still continue, officials will begin to rely on resources from Middle and West Tennessee, as well as out-of-state resources. Now it says the release also included the following information about the search. Now it says that the search had utilized 120 agencies from Tennessee, Ohio, Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and North Carolina. Since June 15th, 1,150 searches had covered the ground. Over 13,800 search hours have been logged. TBI fixed wing flew 21.2 hours. The THP helicopter logged 30 hours of flight, and then numerous specialized search and rescue groups, including but not limited to, and then it names all of these searches. And then I know someone was asking about the dogs. Yes. So let's see. It says Rescue Track Institute and numerous canine teams. And by then it was 4.6 square miles, over 3,000 acres have been searched for the missing summer wows. Now, tips continue to increase to 518. Now, Monday, this is when Candace would first go on camera. You guys believe she was under some type of substance? She could have just been self-medicating. The mother of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells spoke with Channel 11, an exclusive interview on that Monday night. Now, reward fund finalized. Now, this is when the Churchill Rescue Squad released details on how to contribute to the reward fund for information leading to Summer Wells. Now, July 1st, it was a Thursday, Captain Tim Coop, he announced that $2,350 have been donated to the reward fund. 2 people wrote checks for $25,000. One was $25,000 and then $10,000, but Coop said the checks would not be deposited into the account unless asked to do so by those who wrote them. That's weird. Monday, July 5th, according to the TBI, there had been 799 tips now, and of course, none of which had led to any solid answers regarding Summer's whereabouts as her disappearance reaches the 3rd week mark. The lead count number was updated at 4 p.m. on Monday. The TBI has yet to identify the driver of the red Toyota Tacoma. And let's see, the agency has stressed the driver is not a suspect, but possibly a potential witness. And then, of course, it goes into the TBI reports Summer parents as. Now it has changed. Obviously, at the time of her disappearance, she was 5. Her birthday has come and gone. She's a white female, blonde hair, blue eyes, 3 feet, 40 pounds, and missing from Rogersville, Tennessee since June 15th. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts is urged to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Now, we know they actually did another 2 searches. One of the most recent one was in March, I believe it was. They said it was a planned search. They went back to look at certain areas that they were planning on going back. But I wanted to go over this because you can see how many agencies were there, how many boots on the ground were there. They had the dogs there, they had the airplane, they had special equipment, divers, all of that stuff. So I wanted you guys to just see what was actually put into the search for Summer. Let me get the audio ready for you guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me share my screen, get it ready. Did they ever question, hold on, I seen a comment. So we'll add that when we're ready. Let me see some of your guys' comments. So I'm going to answer some of them that were, you guys wrote maybe a little bit. So Beverly, hey Beverly, she says that Summer did not leave alone, she believes. Pink says, I think it's telling the family takes the sense of if Allie wants to talk to us, they know where to find us. And Allie saying the same. It seems defensive and suspicious in Pink's opinion. It's okay, water is life. Oh, I could probably play that right now. Pink. Water is Life says that for Candace, in that first interview, she was more coherent in that interview than her YouTube appearance. I feel like for the first interview, she was probably self-medicated on some kind of narcotic, I feel like. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I'm completely wrong with it. I don't know. To me, she seemed to be on something, but I don't think it was alcohol. I think on YouTube, we see her a lot of times shit face. And then we also have seen her when she's not on anything. And that's how you can totally tell when she is on something, because you're like, well, you already know what she looks like and how she acts, her demeanor and stuff when she's not on anything. Completely different than when she's shit face on there. And the day that she got caught drinking on camera, it just blew my mind. Like, did you not think? I don't know. Shay says, how can it have been this long? I know. And that's something that Valerie, my mod, always would ask me. Do you think this case is going to go cold? And I'd be like, no way, no way. In the beginning, I was like, no way, no way. I thought this would have been solved right away. And here we are 10 months later, and we're still getting the same information from law enforcement. I mean, of course, they're going to keep a lot of things close to the vest, and I understand that, and I respect that. But it's just, it's nerve-wracking, especially when you've been following this since the very beginning. All right, let's look at, do you guys want to look at the red truck? ATS, she has a YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys know if you're, hold on. We're going to go to her channel really quick. So Amber actually found, let me get to it. Amber, do you want to explain how you found that video that you posted? I think you posted it last week, I think it was. And it's Dawn driving, I believe, and they're in a red truck. You could hear the boys in the background, and I'm not sure. I have to listen to it again right now with you guys. Let me see. Did we ever find out who they knew, or did they ever own a red truck themselves? All right, let's go to YouTube. All right, let me go to Amber's page. And if you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I just went over the timeline for the search for Summer Wells. I just wanted to get our memories back with exactly how much went into the search for Summer before we watch the current interview. Let me go to Amber's channel real quick and we can watch this. That was a really good find, Amber. I remember seeing that video, because isn't it on Candace's Facebook, Amber? Is that where you grabbed it from? Let me stop sharing this one. And let me share Amber's. If one of you guys could link Amber's channel, please, in the chat. ATS. And ATS is Amber Truth Seeker. All right. Brownie, hey, what's up? All right. Okay, so yeah, okay. So she says, yes, she got the video from one of her many accounts. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. Let's see here. And Amber covers a lot of different cases. She doesn't just cover the Summer Wells case. So I know she's covering the Kurt Cobain. Some people believe, he didn't take his own life. Hold on, my dog's trying to creep in here. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see. Is it? Oh, it's right here, right? Yeah. All right. So good find, Amber, on this. While it's loading, give me 1 second. Let's see. And I'm sure someone knows whose truck this is. I'm sure someone's going to come in chat and let us know. Okay, let me mute myself. So you can see the red, and it looks like a truck. I'm not sure if this is an older style red truck.
Holy moly! That's like light! That's like light! It happened this year.
FBI officials say in the process of speaking with neighbors about the night Summer disappeared, officials
I would love to see who actually owned the truck. Since Don's driving it, I'm just assuming this is his. When did he actually get rid of it, the sale of it? And I know some people thought it was kind of interesting because how Jose stated, but then this was way back in 2018 though. And Allie mentions no red truck, right? No red truck. And she knew them for like a year and a half. But Deborah, but see, that information is coming. Deborah says Don's boss, he let Don drive it when he was working a job far away. He found the truck with no but see, remember that is coming from Jose's statement, right? I'm assuming because that's where we first heard that from. And I just think it's interesting because, and I question that because Allie has known Candace for a whole year and a half, and not once did she ever see this red truck. And then Jose's there for 3 weeks. Well, it looks like a week in total, a little like a week, if that, with Don. And all of a sudden, he just happens to see this red truck. It's just strange to me, to be honest with you. Maybe it's the truck he drove to Utah. Keep in mind, this is back in 2018. So how would he have gotten back? So you think he drove this one? But Allie would have known, would have seen this truck I'm stating though, if he had it during the time frame that Allie was friends with Candace, because she says no red truck. Hey, Lip Lock. She says, is that the truck Don sold in Utah? When he went out there before he came back and all that incident happened with Jose. And Lip Lock, hello. I seen you last night on Zab Girl. I didn't know you had a channel. I didn't know you spoke so elegantly on there. I was like, I like her. I didn't know that was you. That's crazy. Let's see what Lip Lock says. She says, is it the red truck belonging to Tucker Drywall that Don drives along? See, but is that what you guys are getting from Jose though? Are you getting that information anywhere else but Jose? I know, we're all getting confused now. Alice said, she says, he bought a truck in Utah? What truck? Did he drive to Utah? Let me see what Allison said earlier. Let me see. Lip lock, where are you? She says yes, and Candace was mad that Dawn sewed it. But did you get that information from Jose? So Liplock says that actually what she means is that Don drove a truck to Utah in 2020. And Candace got mad because he sold it out there and drove the white truck home. I wonder if this would be the truck then. Allie mentioned a black truck. No, I believe she mentioned a black truck. Now I'm going to have to go back and listen to everything all over again. Liplock says she don't remember. Here's the thing. When you follow a case inside out and how we all are with this case, where so much information has been put out, now you're like, where did I see this? Where did I get this information from? I wonder if that is true that he did. I do also think that's interesting. Yes, exactly. Amber says, interesting. I wonder if that's why his white truck had Utah plates on it. Liplock says, now she's confused. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But now I want to know if this is a truck. If that is true, though. If that is true that he sold a truck out there. Grace says that Grandma knows everything. Deladi. So Allison says, yes, ATS News, he bought the white truck in Utah. So is this the truck he drove? But then I just think that's kind of interesting that Allie never seen this red truck. You need index cards with notes for this case. I have lots of notebooks and I literally need to be more organized how I put it all with this case. This is interesting. We're gonna have to look more into this now. I think we're gonna have to look more into this. D says Allie lies. Oh yeah, everybody lies. I think we can all agree that everybody lies with this case, unfortunately. Hey Down Under, how's it going? How are you? Let's see. The block says, and now F Light has a white truck with Utah tags. F. Who? Don't agree. Just say who it is. It's okay. I don't know what F light means. And now F light has the white truck with Utah tags. You can just say whoever you want in chat. I don't care. Oh, are you? Maybe I think I know who you're saying. I feel like in the beginning it was really easy to navigate through this keys. Even when they did the interviews with like David Dotson, and then there was the interview, even Allie's first interview, I feel like now it's just crazy now because I don't know, I just feel like it's just crazy now. It's hard to keep up with everything. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Fred Light. Interesting. I thought that's what you meant. Grace says that I saw Summer behind a old red or wine shed, and she is behind there. I lot grass, dry grass, and she's very near. And she told her mom she did it. Let me see. You're going to have me go back over a month of messages. I'm sure we discussed on having a red truck. It's not sticking out to me though. Like I've seen this before. I know I've seen this before, but man. I think D for our messages on Facebook, I think you can search like a keyword and it will pick up that word. So maybe if you put like red truck, it'll pick up all our messages or something that we discussed a red truck possibly. All right, we're gonna have to look more into this, you guys. We're gonna have to look more into this with the red truck. Did Don own a red truck and take it to Utah? And did he sell it there and then come back with the white one? That's what we're gonna have to look into. Oh, lip block, I agree. I 100% agree. All right, let's get to, but this was a good find, Amber. Very good find. Good find here. All right, let me see. Now it's going to be bugging me this whole time I'm live is this red truck. Oh my gosh, it's going to be bugging me now because I never heard before. That's something I must have missed that Dawn, if it is true, again, we need to see real facts with it. Right now, to me, this is hearsay so far, but did Dawn, you know who would know this would be, you think Mary would know this information? What truck Dawn went out there in? Hey, Andrew, 1234. Andrew, 1234 is in the house. I'm wondering if Mary would know this information or she could get this information. Like, what truck did Dawn drive? What color was it when he got there? And she's such a sweetheart. Well, I personally wonder who is the person that told law enforcement about this red truck in the first place. There's too many damn red trucks, I know. Every case, there's too much of something with it. All right, let's get to the newest interview. All right, let's see. Like this, let me mute. Okay, it's just loading, just waiting for it. Hold on, let me try it again. All right, let me get to it. One more time, try it again. All right. Hold on, you guys, chat amongst yourselves. Let me load this one more time for you. Andrew says, really, I wrote some earlier before. Thanks for the great invitation. You wrote something to me earlier? I didn't see it, Andrew. Because it goes by so quick, the StreamYard, the chat on my end. So if you said something and I didn't see it, I apologize. Hey, Mara R. Okay, I think someone's saying Mara R. All right, let me try this again. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right.
Tonight, News Channel 11 dives deeper into the disappearance of Hawkins County 6-year-old Summer Wells. And for the first time, we're hearing from the lead investigator at the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office in charge of the case. Tonight, he tells us what the Wells family relationship with law enforcement looks like now, as Summer's father remains in jail and lawyers are involved.
In February, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson told News Channel 11 that the Wells family had lawyers and were no longer cooperating. The lead investigator for the case explained how that, as well as how her father's current stint in jail on unrelated charges, hasn't moved this case forward.
The family has attorneys involved, and that is not a direct line of communication.
That tone is quite the change from what it was last year when Summer was first reported missing.
It was pretty good. We would show up about every day, make sure that they were okay, and had a decent line of communication with them.
About a month later, in July, Child Protective Services removed her 3 older brothers from their home and appointed attorneys to the case.
They have been appointed for other instances, but it bleeds over into this investigation as well.
Summer Wells' father, Don, was arrested late last year for driving under the influence and violating probation.
Going off of that, obviously we know that Don Wells is incarcerated here. Does that play a role at all in this investigation?
No, ma'am.
On February 7th, a judge ordered him to serve the remainder of his 11 months and 29-day sentence in the Hawkins County Jail.
With Mr. Wells, he knows when he first came into the institution, he knows at any time he wants to talk to let their staff know, and I will get to him as quick as I can.
But Pruitt hopes the Wells family knows, despite the other legal troubles, they can reach out anytime.
Communication between me and the family have changed, but I hope that they still understand that they can come talk to me at any time they want to. It is a lot to shoulder, it's a lot to burden. We have a missing child that we haven't found yet.
Almost 10 months and so much heartache. And investigators aren't immune from that hurt. The question of what happened to Summer Wells still has no answer.
There haven't been very many cases like this. I have never worked a missing child case with all these different entities and agencies involved.
The lead investigator on the case says his days are devoted to finding her.
My day, I check tip line and voicemail when I first get here. I do phone calls and follow-ups on any credible leads I've got. I follow up on anything that I didn't get to a good conclusion the day before. Then I go into my normal caseload of any new cases I've got, follow-ups on them.
They've received nearly 2,000 tips.
I will follow up on everything I can to try to bring closure for this.
Self-proclaimed online investigators and social media sleuths have turned this case into a mess of ideas. And tips have come in from everywhere across the U.S. and even overseas. That help, Pruitt says, has led to little more than time wasted.
If these people want to help so much, we always accept applications to certified individuals.
He says the investigation has led to the continued thought that if Summer is found, it will be nearby.
I believe that she would probably be somewhere close by, because we found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside the TBI and FBI. Along with the ground search, Pruitt says investigators have poured through data. Almost a year
What's your first initial thought when you guys watched this the first time? What stuck out to you guys? The first thing that I was thinking about was how the communication between the lead investigator and the Wells family has changed and the communication has stopped. I just wonder what happened, because we just went through the timeline, and what was one thing I kept saying, that the that Ronnie Lawson kept saying that the families, you know, um, they're still, working with the family and all that stuff. And now all of a sudden we're hearing that it has changed. And I'm just wondering what happened. And something that I always sticks out to me, if you guys remember, that Don, I can't remember what YouTube channel he was on when he said this, but do you guys remember that Don was saying that they wanted Candace to do another polygraph test? Do you guys remember that? Remember he was saying that he said no, she wasn't going to do it unless TBI was the one that was going to give it to her. But he was like, I don't want the locals to do it. He was like upset over it. And I'm just wondering, why would they want her to do another one? That statement that he said always stuck out to me. I always wondered, why would they want her to do another one? And some time has passed when he said that statement.
Any credible leads I've got, I follow up on anything that I didn't get to a good conclusion the day before. Then I go into my normal caseload of any new cases I've got, follow-ups on them.
they've received nearly 2,000 tips.
I will follow up on everything I can to try to bring closure for this.
Self-proclaimed online investigators and social media sleuths have turned this case into a mess of ideas. And tips have come in from everywhere across the U.S. and even overseas. That help, Pruitt says, has led to little more than time wasted.
If these people want, we always accept applications to certified individuals.
He says the investigation has led to the continued thought that if Summer is found, it will be nearby.
I believe that she would probably be somewhere close by, because we found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside the TBI and
So him stating that he believes that if found, she will be nearby. Do you guys agree with that? And how he says nothing has led them to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of that area. So he's going to go on to say that a possibility, of course, her wandering off is still a big possibility. And I have a hard time with that, and I want to know what you guys think with it. Because if they don't believe she was, there's no evidence leading them to believe that she was trafficked out of there or that she was abducted, right? Nothing's led them to believe that. And of course, they do say they're still looking into everything, though. But there is a possibility she could have just wandered off. That's a high possibility, they state. How far can a little 5-year-old get, though? That's the thing with me. Now, if it's the 2-minute mark that Candace says from the time frame, right? 2 minutes, she notices she was with grandma for 2 minutes, goes inside, asks the boys where Summer is, downstairs playing with her toys, calls for Summer, she doesn't respond. She immediately goes down there and looks for her. So what is that? And then goes out the basement door and she's already gone and she realizes she's gone and she gets in the truck. So what is that, like 4 minutes tops? 3 minutes by the time you get out the door, if what she's saying is legit, which we don't believe it, but you would think she'd be out there. They're screaming for Summer, right? Summer, Summer, Summer. How far can a little 5-year-old get within that short little couple of minutes on bare feet? And Summer wouldn't hear anyone yelling for her if she wandered off. She wouldn't be able to scream. I mean, I'm having a hard time seeing this because it was only such a short period of time. And then law enforcement arrives with all of the searchers and everybody immediately. What was it, like at 7 something they were on the scene? How far can she have gotten? That's why it's hard for me to understand the theory of her wandering off. How far can a 5-year-old get? In such a small time frame. We got to look at the time frame that is given to us too. How far could she have really gotten? And see, Princess says, I think Candace fell asleep. Well, we know Candy took a nap, right? Which I think is understandable. She was at the doctor's all day and she was dealing with pain. That seems logic to me. I would have taken a nap too. Possibly barefooted, right? Isn't that what we're told? Possibly barefooted, which, oh my gosh. As a parent, doesn't that just upset you? Possibly barefooted. It's like, as a parent, your child at 5 years old, do they have hundreds of shoes? You know, the shoes that she was wearing when you took her to the swimming hole, when you came back, did she take those off? Were they where she left them in the living room, kitchen, in the basement? I don't think Summer had billions of shoes where it'd be hard to figure out if her shoes were left behind. I mean, at 5 years old, I know I wasn't buying my child lots and lots of shoes. So possibly barefooted is just like, I don't know. For me, I feel like they should have known if she was barefooted or not. Shay says, the parents haven't even looked for her from day one. Well, remember, there's the photo of Candace going out and passing out flyers. Perfect photo op. Let me see. Don't believe Candace or Dawn. Too many alibis to cover their lies. Well, remember, how many alibis did Dawn say he had? Pink says that she doesn't think she wandered off because of the very point you just made. Yeah, the time frame is so small of how far can a 5-year-old go? You know, I know they said she would never wander off, but you know, a little 5-year-old, maybe she did wander off. But how far, if she really did, how far can a little 5-year-old go within a few minutes without hearing her mom screaming for her brother's out searching for her, a neighbor out searching for her? And then all of those people, law enforcement, are there by, what is it, 7:30, I think it is. What time frame were they at the residence? Everybody. Because the 911 call gets put in at 6:20. What is it, 6:23, 6:26? Miss Emotion says that she thinks Candace and Grandis, we can't say Grandis. She gets mad. It's Candy. Picked up a prescription that day and she fell asleep. Something happened. Not sure if the parents know or not. So they did get a prescription, right, for Candy. We know that. She states that. We don't know exactly what it was for, but I'm just going to assume it's for the pain she's in. Makes sense, right? She probably took the medication and she knocked out. So did something happen while Grandis fell asleep? But even then, it's such a short time frame. The timeline is so tight. Summer didn't like shoes. Allison says, the footprints get me though. Even EchoSearch mentioned the found footprints. I don't recall EchoSearch mentioning it. Did I miss that one? Or maybe it's just I can't remember it. I'm going to assume it would have been on Duty Ron's channel. What do you guys think about the footprints? I just question how that, the neighbor stated that law enforcement went to him and was like asking, I believe he had kids and stuff like that, and was saying that they had found a foot impression. I just feel like, would law enforcement really go to a neighbor and give that kind of information out? Amy says that she did not buy little shoes for her daughter as they grow out of them so fast. Sky says, yeah, the boys said they saw her walk out the back door. Okay, Pink. Lisbeth says that Grandis admitted she was asleep, so she lied about walking Summer to the porch. At first, they said Grandma walked her halfway to the porch, then it changed her mom walking her all the way to the porch. Wait, was it ever said that Grandis walked her over? I'm trying to think. I know, right? I wish we could get our hands on the 911 call. I wish we could on both, because remember, they say Dawn called too. Cotton candy. She says, Grandis don't deserve respect. She isn't respecting Summer by not telling the truth. Let's see what Jeep Girl says. Do you guys really think these people are smart enough to keep this up without getting caught, especially with the drinking/drugs? I think TBI is involved and they are not this smart. Just my opinion. What do you guys think? Well, I think that Dawn and Candace and even Candy, I think they're used to a lifestyle of some illegal activities being done, right? So I think they probably know how to keep their mouths shut. I think they know when not, and I've seen this with Candace, and I didn't think this in the very beginning, but the more I've seen Candace do interviews, I think Candace knows she's very street smart. That's for sure. And she knows when and what not to say, I feel like. Even when a YouTuber tries to get her with something, she'll like correct it in a way. So I think that they probably just know to keep their mouth shut. Did you guys block that thing? I tried doing it, but it didn't let me. Mods, can you? I'm not sure if you guys already did. It didn't let me block them. CR, I don't think the footprint should be considered. Oh, Junie, you emailed me that? I'll look for it. All right, let me play the rest of this.
And FBI. Along with the ground search, Pruitt says investigators have poured through data. Almost a year into the case, and Detective Pruitt says it still remains a very active investigation.
I'm not going to let it go cold. It's sporadic. I mean, one day you might get 5 leads, the next couple of days you might not get anything. But it's been an active investigation that's I've been devoted to since it first occurred.
As Summer's disappearance approaches the 10-month mark, the scenarios of what happened the night of June 15th continue to grow.
The wandering away, sneaking off to go play or whatever she may have done, that is a viable option.
The night she went missing, authorities said she walked away from her house. The following day, an Amber Alert was issued.
People are probably tired of hearing this. All possibilities are on the table. We're not completely eliminating the abduction idea, but there's nothing to lead us to believe that we need to focus on that alone.
In the height of the search, those on the ground combed through miles of tough, rugged terrain, leaving many to wonder how there was no trace of little Summer.
She was like 3 foot, 40 pounds. It would be a lot easier for her to get through some of the foliage. And she's lower to the ground, smaller body, a lot more flexible.
Along with the ground search, Pruitt says investigators have poured through data.
We have gone through reams and reams of data. We've collected statements. We've chased down every credible lead that has been given to us. And we are still not much further along than when we started. Surveillance.
Pruitt says investigators have poured through data.
We have gone through reams and reams of data. We've collected statements. We've chased down every credible lead that has been given to us. And we are still not much further along than when we started. Surveillance videos, GPS locations, cell phone tracking, cell phone data, electronic data, anything that we could think of to get our hands on.
As time continues to pass since that June day, it's increasingly
So I have seen this a lot. People saying, well, if they got their hands on all of this surveillance, the GPS, cell phone tracking, and the data, if the family was involved in anything, they would have arrested them now. I've been seeing this comment a lot because of what he says. What do you guys think about that? Hey, Miss Amanda, is she calling herself the worst mod in here? Let me see what she said. Oh no, she says, D, I've slept through. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Amanda gets the worst mod award. Tell him what you did yesterday, Amanda. Oh God, tell her. Oh my gosh, Amanda, we love you. She has an excuse though. She's gonna have her baby any day soon. Hey Scott, how's it going? Hey Marie.
Really hard to hold on to hope.
9 months in. I would hope that she is still alive somewhere, but we also have to be open to the idea that that is no longer a possibility.
So what do you guys think? Do you think she's nearby there? Elizabeth says they weren't allowed to check Granda's trailer and then she takes off. Oh, congratulations, Shay. You must be super excited. Yeah, Dia, I'm wondering that too. If I mean, obviously they're gonna keep a lot, right? Close to the vest. They're not gonna let us know mostly anything, right? Understandably, it's an open investigation, especially a little 5-year-old. Well, 6 now. But when I did watch this for the first time, I was like thinking, what do they really think? What do they really think? Are they suspicious of the parents? Do they think the parents know more? I mean, it is interesting that all of their searches remain at that property, close to the property, even the one they just recently did around the property. They're not moving from that property. They're not leaving there. 10 months later, almost, they're not leaving that property yet. And it makes me feel like they have not, with everything from their surveillance, what do you say, all the surveillance they looked at, data, GPSL, everything, nothing has led them to leave that property. Like maybe if a Grandis took her. Oh, thank you for your comment. I appreciate you. I mean, I think we can all agree that we're just trying to, one, keep her story out there. I know some people think, why do we talk about certain things? And the way I see it, you guys, honestly, what if all YouTubers, I think certain YouTubers, I get why you guys get upset with certain things, but I know a lot of YouTubers that do really great content and do an amazing job with spreading awareness and have great discussions when it comes to this case. Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to figure out what happened to her. We're trying to, and as a creator, I know it continues spreading awareness. It does bring people in here, showing the flyer. And just think, what if all of us stopped talking about the case? What if all of us stopped talking about Summer? Then people would be saying, you know what, no one cares about her, no one's spreading awareness, why isn't she getting attention? So as a creator, I kind of feel like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, you know what I mean? But I personally, this is the first missing child case that I talked about, like deep dived into with the channel. So Summer just has a special place in my heart, and I know a lot of you feel the same way. I've listened. I actually love Reverend Donna. Are you talking about Donna, right? Not Diane? I think that's who you meant. She seems to be spot on with a lot of her other cases, which when I listened to what she had to say about Summer's case, I was like, oh my God, I hope that is not true. I know a lot of people don't believe in like psychics and I'm not sure what's the proper terminology. Yeah, she's very interesting, and she was spot on with JJ and is it Tyree? What's her name? What is it? JJ and my brain is blanking out. Oh, I know. And I'm in Arizona, so I definitely want to look at that case. Really, she says so. Let's see. I think the Peter Piper, I think you mean, cremated her. I think who knows about what happened to Summer? Who knows? I think Tylee. Thank you, Amber. JJ and Tylee. Yeah, she was spot on with Reverend Donna was spot on with that one. That's why when I heard what she had to say about Summer's case, it just, I was like, I hope she's not right with this one because the detail she gave with Summer is heartbreaking to hear. Shay, you can call me crazy. Everyone just calls me crazy. It's easier for you guys, or people put triple C or CCC. It's easier for people to type out. Crazy is simple. All right, you guys, I actually went longer with the reading than I expected. And it's already 3:30 and my little one is like texting me she's hungry again. I'm like, what do I do? Do I feed her, keep you guys waiting, which I don't think would be right. I still haven't gone through the audio I made for you guys with Dawn and Candace. Oh my goodness. Jesus, I took so much time reading that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see. How about we do this? How about Amber, you have a live tomorrow, don't you, in the morning? I think I seen you have a live. What time is your live, Amber? I can probably go on after you. Yeah, Amber, Amanda does call me that. They're her biscuit. I don't have any biscuits. She's 11, dude. She ate when she got home. She got home from school at 1 because it was early out, so I fed her. And it's 3:30 and she's texting me that she's starving. I'm like, oh my God, I just fed you food. But if you have an 11-year-old, you know they eat a lot. 12:45. Okay. So I think for my time zone, that's in the morning. So, all right. So I will do like an afternoon live because I know Amber's going live in the morning. Amber, can you drop your link to your channel, please? So I'll probably go on maybe an hour after Amber ends hers. And we'll go over with the audio I made for you guys with Dawn and everything that I want to go over with you today. I didn't realize it had been this long. She might be going through. Oh, yes, Amy, and she's also complaining of her legs always hurting at night. Do you guys remember that when you were younger, your legs hurting? So I had to get the pillows underneath and elevate them. It's okay, Marie. I had other stuff I wanted to go through with you guys, but I took quite some time reading you guys the timeline search. Queen D says that she believes Candace locked her in that shed and she died in there, and that's why they don't want anybody on that property. Well, did you guys think it was weird when Chris went there and when he said, can he go there? And she said, if he like she didn't say no at first. She kind of was like, but I feel like we didn't get to see her expression. So as a human being, you can tell if someone doesn't want you to, even though they don't say no. You know what I mean? And Chris McDonough doesn't seem the type to be like, oh, well, I'm still going to go over there. You know what I mean? So I did think it was interesting how, even though she didn't say no at first, the way she says it though, how she goes, if there's nothing really, how she goes into it, I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. She didn't want him in there, and it just always made me think, like, what is in there? You think Dawn was in the shed? Put a 1 if you think Dawn was in that shed, or 2, no. Oh, Amanda L, thank you so much for your $20 super sticker. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate our talks. Amanda L, what's your theory on here? What is your guys' theory? What do you guys think? Growing pains, yeah, I think so too, definitely. And she eats a lot. 11 years old though, you think about it. That's when they do a lot of growing, right? Yeah, they said psychics were off base because they checked it out. Did they make that statement? I know sometimes they don't like utilizing psychics. 1, I see a 1, Snow says 1, so you believe he was in that shed, huh? Yeah, that's something what stuck out to me was, remember they did the remodeling of the house just weeks after. That was very unusual. And I still want to know about the blue, I think Amber said in the beginning, the blue sofa. Was that there? Was that there when David Dotson arrived, or even when Robin got there that day? Was that inside there? Hey girl, good to see you, she says too. She doesn't believe it. She doesn't think Dawn was was inside there. So I see some ones, some twos, so it looks like some mixed opinions. But then where was Don's truck? He parked it down the street. Amanda. That's how we feel with a lot of things. I don't know for sure anymore. Oh, she thinks that Shay says, I think they kept their MJ in the shed. Amy says she doesn't know. Let's see. They could have hit Summer and then brought her back to the property. But I think that would be kind of risky, no, to bring her back to the property. If anything, I feel like she was handed off, and and we're just speculating right now, you guys, going through some theories. But I think how her scent ended down the driveway, it just makes me think that she was, in a vehicle, handed off somewhere, and Candace just leaving just always sticks out to me too. D says 0.5, Don being in the shed. I see some ones in there. So some of you do think Don was in that shed, hiding in there, huh? Because he didn't want to talk to Chris. Okay. And I really wonder what Chris McDonough thinks with it, because he does bring up, playing hide and seek a lot. And CR says that they think that she wandered off and is near or an issue of playing hide and seek. She says, I have not seen a blue sofa. Yes. Candace called at dollar store. CM even talked about her calling. Yes. Probably letting him know, speculating here maybe, I don't know. Hey, he's coming to the property. I don't know. If Summer wandered off, she probably would have headed to a neighbor with kids. But I just feel if she did wander off, though, with the amount that we just learned that was there on that very first day, and even the days after, they even had different states helping out. She wasn't found. And again, think of the timeline. You got to think of the timeline that we know. 2 minutes to fix a knee brace. She goes in and immediately she's looking for Summer already, right? She's outside already calling for her. The boys are looking. Like how how far can a little 5-year-old go? I'm not disputing that she could have wandered off. Yeah, she could have, but I just don't believe it, because how far can she have gotten? My first thought, Tracy says that her first thought was she was sold. All right, you guys, I gotta wrap it up because she's at the door now. All right, you guys, so I gotta go do mom things. We'll pick up the rest of this live discussion tomorrow. It's gonna be in the afternoon. We're gonna go over the video I wanted to play with you guys with some stuff that John said, and then some stuff Candace says about the search and stuff like that. I'm gonna go feed her right now, but I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. And just remember, we're still here trying to figure out what happened to this sweet child. I feel like all of us just want, when you look at photos of her and the house, and I don't know, I know I just wanted to rescue her, but hopefully soon we'll get some answers to what happened to her. But again, this is Summer Moon Utah Wells. At the time of her disappearance, she was 5 years old, female, Caucasian, short blonde hair at the time of her disappearance, blue eyes, 3 feet tall, about 40 pounds. Again, Summer was last seen in Hawkins County, Tennessee on June 15th. And there is, it says, a reward still offered. Well, is it still going? Because we're past the 6-month mark. And again, any information, 1-800-TBI-FIND. No, thank you, Liplock, for even being here. Girl, I had no idea that was you. I subscribed to your channel yesterday, so you might see me in your YouTube studio as a subscriber. I didn't know you had a channel this whole time, and I seen you on Lab Girl, and I thought you were so amazing. So amazing. I was like, I didn't know that was her. So I kind of like how I ended the live yesterday with some little bit of music for you guys. I don't know if you guys like that. We'll do more live discussions about Summer's case. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow with it. I want to thank all of you guys for being here with me, always with all of the cases. So many cases. But thank you guys for always being here. And let's play this song. Here, food discussion, and you guys playing. We'll talk to you guys all soon. Hopefully, it'll be tomorrow. So stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.